What's going on, guys? So, before I get to the topic at hand, I'm very pleased to announce that I have, as I told you guys a couple of days ago in Community Post, I have fully completed the first part of the Amber Geiger Botham Jean documentary that has been a long time coming. That first part is a little over 3 hours long, 3 hours and 3 minutes long to be exact. Now, given the fact that the full documentary is not complete, that first part is only available right now as a sneak peek on Patreon.com. If you are a second tier member on Patreon.com, for $10 a month, you get to see both unfinished projects and fully finished projects that I have produced, major video projects. If not, you can make a $5 donation on PayPal, or if you have made donations with consistency on PayPal over the course of the last year, you will have already have gotten an email from me with part one of what is entitled Black Zebras and White Lions, part one, Amber's Courtroom Slave Plantation and the history behind it. The funny thing about this, and I just realized this, if you're really paying attention to what's going on here right now, you can probably get away with watching that documentary anyway, even if you're not a sneak peek member. But because unfortunately a lot of black people, in my experience, they just, they refuse to use, a lot of horsepower up there where it counts. It probably won't occur to a lot of people. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. I started to just start this video over, but I'm just gonna leave it the way it is right now, just to see how many people caught what I just said. But anyway, yeah, so that is available. Now, I have to warn you, it is not the best video and audio quality right now. And I think I explained this in another video. That is because when I went to process the video after producing the first 3 hours of it, the movie making app that I had, which is a very good top-notch movie making app available on the Google Play Store, called PowerPoint Director, it could not process the 3 hour and 3 minute part of the documentary because it was over 8 gigabytes. Now, for those of you who are not very computer literate, 8 gigabytes is not a lot, but it's a hell of a lot for a video. Okay? I mean, most normal 3 hour long documentaries done by, major news networks like CBS are no more than maybe a gigabyte. The reason why it's so large is because I put so many other videos into this video project, for, background and special effect and intro. So, there could very well be over 100 different other video clips inside of this video project, not including photo stills, not including subtitles, not including my audio, not including background music, so and background sound effects. So that's a lot to process. It's not just one straight, drawn out, series of pictures or videos. It is a combination of several things. Okay, and I think I have a few thousand edits on this. And again, I'm not even halfway done with the project. So I had to downgrade from 720, which is the standard. It's the minimum for HD high def, at least on computer, digital devices, to 360. So with 360, again, for those of you who are not computer literate, the video quality and audio quality is not going to be the best. However, here's the good news. In addition to being able to sneak peek the first part, which is entitled Amber's Courtroom Slave Plantation and the History Behind it, you are going to get the opportunity to see and hear this in high def. I suspect just from the first part, and again, I'm not even halfway finished being 8 gigs. This documentary is going to be somewhere between 15 to 20 gigabytes large. It's going to be one of the largest videos ever produced anywhere as far as file size, and it is the boldest and most complex documentary that I've ever embarked on attempting to produce. And the reason for that is because I kind of overdid myself with going in detail, not only because, that was such an outrage, as we can recall, that occurred in that Texas courtroom back in October. It was so outrageous to me that I decided to dig deeper than just, the typical reaction. I made a reactionary video to it, as you guys know, but just I felt that the typical reaction that I would have to or anybody black that would have to something like that, just making a reactionary commentary, was not enough. I decided to dig deep, and really, even in 7 or 8 hours, I feel like I only touched upon and summarized a fraction of what the fuck is wrong with black people, or what I call the black problem. Okay? But I do touch on quite a bit of history in this first part, and there will be more of that in the second part as well. It's a combination of analysis, harsh critique, opinionative, and historical reference in this first part, and it will be that throughout when the full documentary is finished. This literally is like my Fatherless America, or Tariq Nasheed's what do you call it, colorblind, or hidden colors, or something like that. This is literally my Hidden Colors, or my Fatherless America documentary, and it is and will be an absolute fucking masterpiece. So if you're not signed up on the second tier, sneak peek as a Patreon member, you can go ahead, if you want, and make at least a $5 donation. Again, as I said, if you've already been making donations frequently on PayPal, you don't have to worry about making another donation. I've already sent the emails out with the link to this video. So yeah, that's what's coming down the pike with that, or that is what is available right now, and that is what's coming down the pipe. I'm hoping, this is what's crazy, I'm hoping, though I doubt it, I'm hoping against hope that I can complete this documentary by Martin Luther King's birthday. Or if I can't complete it by Martin Luther King's birthday, the wonderful thing about, me being late producing it is that we know that what the month of February is. You know what the month of February is. The month of February is so-called Black History Month. And it would give me no more pleasure than to release a series of previews, because I cut this up into chapters. This video project is literally like a digital booklet of the history of Black America. Again, just a brief summary, but it is a series of chapters. I would love nothing more going into y'all's so-called Black History Month than to release a series of intro previews and promo videos to advertise this documentary leading up to its full release. So it's likely going to have a release date in February, and I think I'm going to dedicate most of February to this documentary. And so that is what is coming down the pipe. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be jaw dropping. It is definitely worth the fucking wait. So yeah, if you want to see a sneak peek, like I said, go to Patreon or go to PayPal. Now, on to the subject matter which is in the title of this video. It has come to my attention due to certain comments that have been both made on some of my more recent videos here on ScrewTube, as well as elsewhere on BitChute, and I think there was even one on FS Avenger. And not only on my videos, but I was made aware of someone who is a frequent commenter on my videos that was caught talking shit behind my back on somebody else's videos, and that person is now permanently blocked. But it has come to my attention that there are certain black men who seem to think that I'm playing, or that I am trying to garner a larger base of black female support, which I find mind-boggling, because I have never, ever catered to black females since I have been Brian Solange. Okay? I have certainly never clout chased. I have certainly never stirred up drama for the sole purpose of getting more views and subscribe. I mean, my God, how stupid can you be? Look at the low amount of subscribers that I have that almost never move. Look at the low amount of views that I have on my videos. I mean, what the fuck are y'all talking about? But it's come to my attention that people think I'm playing. When since I've been on this campaign where I have been talking about how black men are literally half the problem with black women and the black female collective. So I decided that what I have to do is, because I know most of you brothers are intelligent enough to get this and understand this. And even though most of you do understand this, there's still some of you who are not willing to accept this. You know, over the course of the last half a decade, I, like so many black content creators, have talked about, how terrible black women are to black men, and, this whole so-called gender war, which some people don't feel like it exists, but, I mean, it does. We've talked about the causes, what black women are doing, what they're not doing, yada, 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 but I've come to understand that really, there are several root causes of this, okay? One of the root causes is, the black female's adoption of white feminism, the mere fact that black people brought us over here in the first place and separated us from our heritage and our ancestry in Africa is another root cause. But there's a third root cause that, I've always been aware of this. We call them simps. But it didn't really dawn on me the gravity of this root cause until I saw this video a couple of months ago, and more recently decided to do a video commentary on it. Of this cartoon-faced character, Negro Steve Harvey, who is literally on his show pimping out young attractive black females to white men. Now, just thinking about this right now is giving me tremors. Because, you know, people like me, David Carroll, we have spoken and we have said very clearly, look, we don't give a damn what the black American female wants to do. If she wants to, screw around with non-black men, let her do that. Okay? And see how, just don't, as y'all say, if you play in the snow, stay in the snow. Okay? But as I also have told y'all, there was a time when I was under the impression that black women were, just solo off in the cut, just being rambunctious and being rebellious and being disrespectful to black men. Okay? And there was a time when I thought that, especially after the Simone 50 Tricks hit list, there was a time when I assumed that all black men wanted that at least, were in this category that complained about, the issues that we have with black females, wanted the same thing for themselves and for the black community. Those times in my mind have changed. And one of the many things that caused me to come to that awakening was the mentality of Negroes like Steve Harvey. And what you're going to see in the link in the description box, and also the link in the pinned post, you're going to see this fool doing. Now, just to give you a brief summary, he has his own show now. He's advanced from radio. I think he used to be a radio host or something like that. And quite frankly, I see why a lot of radio hosts stay, unseen, because he is one of the funniest looking people I've ever seen. He literally looks like a cartoon character. And you got people on the internet trolling him, whatever. But aside from the way this funny looking dude looks, he has his own talk show now, and one of the things he does on his talk show is he gives dating advice. So he had this, longer story short, he had this one segment where he brought this Daffy Doof ginger white boy on that said that he couldn't get a date. So Steve Harvey says, okay, well, I'm going to help you get a date. Women love swag, and I'm going to help you swag your way to some pussy, right? So Steve Harvey looks at his audience, which is made up of mostly white folks. And he goes up to all the people there, all the white women there. He goes up to this shy, petite, just a little cutie pie, this shy black girl. She looks like she's maybe in her late teens, maybe early 20s. Just as cute as she want to be. But he goes up to this girl and grabs her, pulls her down, and brings her onto the, stage where he's, about to get his white boy some advice. And he tells him, now, we're going to practice on her. You're going to practice your swag moves on her. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Again, this is YouTube. So all I can say right now is this is one of many. I got something else for y'all ass. It's huge. I've shared it with BA, the owner operator of FS Avenger, formerly known as Black Avenger. I shared it with him. He's the only person who knows about this video. I got a blockbuster coming down the pipe for y'all ass. Okay? All I will say right now is that the producers of Ghetto Gaggers have stepped it up quite a few notches, making a fucking fool out of y'all. And by y'all, I mean you black men. But we gonna get to that in a little bit. Right now, this is one of the prime examples of why I say that black men are literally half the fucking problem with black women. And if you do not believe that after watching this video, you're either deaf, dumb, blind, or just in denial. Now, I started to move toward drawing breath to say something else in regards to this video, but the only thing I'm going to say at this point now is click the link in the description box and in the pinned post and watch my hard-hitting commentary on this to see. This is one of 2 videos that I'm going to show y'all. The other one is a feature-length documentary that's about an hour long that I made when I got wind of what Ghetto Gaggers is now doing to mock black men with willing participants who are black men. But we're gonna get to that later. That's the grand finale. Right now, click the link in the description box and in the pinned post. And thank you so much for listening. Talk to you later, guys.